Hey, good morning, everybody. I want to talk to y'all for a few minutes today about why I didn't bother to vote in the election yesterday. Was it yesterday? Somebody actually had to tell me that there was an election. You say, "Come on, brother Rick, are you serious?" You like as astute as you are about money and business and all of that. You didn't even know the election was taking place. No, I forgot. I forgot what day it was because I knew I wasn't going to vote no way. So it didn't matter to me what day it was coming on. So I'm going to tell you, going to give you the reason why or the reasons why I didn't vote yesterday. And of course, you whether you voted or not, that's not what I'm talking about. You do it make the most sense to you. I'm just telling you why I didn't vote yesterday. Okay, and I'm going to give you some words that you're probably not familiar with, and these are from out of the Black's Law Dictionary. Listen, if you want to know about your rights, read about your rights. If you want to know about money, read about money. If you want to make sure you leave an inheritance to somebody, then learn some things. Okay, so if you don't have this book, I highly recommend you get it. Good morning. How you doing? Um, if you don't have this book, then I recommend that you get it. Black's Law Dictionary, the 11th edition. Okay, the Black's Law edition. Well, the 11th. I don't care if people unfollow me. Who they say people will unfollow you? Who cares? All right. Whoever said that. If you know one thing about Brother Ricky, I don't care what you think about me, and that goes for you too. Whoever put that on thing. I don't care what people think about me. What people think about me ain't none of my business. And if you're gonna ever have some money, if you're gonna be worth a slug, you're gonna have to stop being concerned about what people think about you. The only thing that matters about your life is what God think about you. Everybody else can get in line or whatever. My main man Jesus, who I follow, who is my mentor. That's who I follow, Jesus. He didn't care what people thought about him. Matter of fact, Jesus, when he got ready, when he got ready to get rid of some bums, he said, "Except you eat my flesh and drink my blood, you ain't got nothing to do with me." So that way you can get rid of the mind. So I don't listen to me when you send messages out to people. Make sure that your message is that it attracts who is supposed to attract, and that it gets rid of who it's supposed to get rid of. Because you can't be two people; just be yourself. Everybody else is taken. Two of us in a room, and we both just alike. One of us ain't necessary. So let me give you my reasons for why I didn't vote yesterday, and why to me it's a joke. All right, so let me give you my reasons. So here's a word you probably don't know anything about. Okay, it's called. Here's a term that you probably never heard. All right, and it's in Black's Law Dictionary, and it's called cardinal change doctrine. Okay. So everybody put that in your notes. Cardinal change doctrine. All right. And I just feel compelled to tell y'all this because we're in the middle of our financial IQ challenge, and I really don't even be coming on here to talk because we're having such a great time in the challenge, and I'm teaching people, and we learning so much together, and we making these $1 million checks, and we got it going on. All right. So um, and the challenge, by the way, today is the last day that you can join for the month of November. If you don't join today, then you have to wait till December if you want to come. So today is your last chance to be able to do that. So if you're interested in that, just put challenge in the chat and you'll automatically get the link and you can still come. Okay. So let me read something to you that you've probably never read in your life. Okay. This is from out of Black's Law Dictionary, 11th edition, and it's called Cardinal Change Doctrine. Cardinal Change Doctrine. Y'all got that? You got that? Put that in your notes. Cardinal change doctrine. All right, y'all got that? All right, so here's what it means. It says the principle that if the government makes a fundamental unilateral change to a contract beyond the scope of what was originally contemplated, the other party, that's the contractor, will be released from the obligation to continue to work under the contract. A contractor's allegation of cardinal change is essentially an assertion that the government breached the contract. That's why I didn't vote yesterday. Why? Because the government breached the contract. What contract? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and for the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible. So what's my point? My point is that the original contract of America is a republic, not a democracy. So you just went and voted for a democracy, which means that you voted for a company being run out of Washington, D.C., that has a EIN, just like any company that you have. And according to USC 283002, Section 15A, is a corporation. And you just got through voting for the president, for two people running for the presidency of a corporation. I didn't vote. Why didn't I vote? Because I ain't got no stock in that corporation. I'm not a shareholder of that corporation, and neither are you. So if you voted, that's your thing. I ain't mad at you. You know, I ain't trying to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you why I didn't vote and why I study common law, because that's why I'm rich. Because I study common law, I'm not interested in the stuff that's going to make you rich. I'm interested in the stuff that's going to make me rich. I'm talking about to the government. Are you hear what I'm saying? I'm not interested in people making money off of me. I'm interested in people making money with me. If we can't make no money together, I'm not hanging out with you. And I'm not interested in whatever you're interested in. If it ain't no mutual benefit to it, it's just common sense. That's what common law is. Common sense. Common sense is that if I ain't got nothing coming, then you ain't got nothing coming. So I'm not going to waste my time with stuff that you doing ain't got nothing to do with me. All right. So that's my attitude, because the law of the land is common law, is not statutory law. The law of the land is the Constitution and the Bible. That's the law of the land. However, if you don't study the law, you don't realize that. So you just acquiesce to people and you get caught up in these smoke screens. That's what the election is, a smoke screen. So I'm gonna tell you what else. So cardinal, write that down in your notes. Cardinal change doctrine. Cardinal change doctrine. All right. Somebody put it in the chat so everybody else can see it. It's a term you never heard in your life. Cardinal change doctrine. All right. It's in this book, the Black's Law Dictionary, which should be on everybody's show. And you should be teaching your kids a law. You're like, listen, you all, we are up under some bogus laws that we can't make money with these laws. These laws are hypnotizing us. I'm going to read to you something else out of this book, and you want to take this and teach your kid, have it in your house. All right. Get your kids from off the phone, and you get off of it too. Stop all this scrolling and then just walking around acquiescing to people, just unbeknownst, just doing stuff that's not in your best interest. Okay. That's my recommendation to you. All right. I'm paying attention to the things that really mean something in my life. I ain't paying attention to stuff that don't mean nothing to me. So I just don't even, I didn't even know that the election was, I mean, I really didn't know it was yesterday. I did not. Wow. I don't even watch the news. Why? Because it's a waste of my time. The news is the media. The media, that word is plural for medium. Medium means witchcraft. I don't watch that stuff. Why? Because I'm not going to sit around and let you infiltrate my mind. Why? Because I'm too busy. I'm too busy making it rain like a hurricane, doing things for my family. All right. I got a daughter that's in rehab right now because she can't feel her legs. I know where she is. I know what's going on with her. I was with her all week long. Why? Because I got plenty of money. Why I got plenty of money? Because I don't waste my time doing stuff that don't make money. So that way, whenever something's going on with somebody, I'm right there, Johnny, on the spot. I'm not sending her no fax and no text messages and stuff talking about, I hope you get better, baby. I'm sitting right there at the hospital room having Bible class with my daughter. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Why? Because I don't waste my time letting nobody put no smoke screen on my head and have me doing stuff ain't got nothing to do with my life. I control what I can control, and the stuff ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't meddle with it. You hear what I'm saying? So you do what you want to do. I'm just teaching you how Brother Ricky get out. All right. So let me read another word. And I'm a very educated man. I'm not just talking to you out the side of my neck. I'm talking to you. That's why we got $1 million tax refund, because we're not sitting around here. We know what our rights are. We know we're supposed to get our money back from the bank. We know that. We know that the bank owes us the money that we put in it, because we are not debtors. We are creditors. All right. So we changed our monetary way of doing things into becoming creditors instead of debtors. Excuse me. So in commerce, because we operate out of private law trust, they ain't got no choice but to give us our money back. Because believe you me, if they had a choice, they wouldn't give it to us. Ain't nobody finna send you no $1 million check who got a choice. Only way they send it to you is because they ain't have no choice, and because you know the law. Get the Black's Law Dictionary and start reading it. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? And pay attention to stuff that really matter to you is my recommendation. Are you dig what I'm saying? So, hey, God bless you, Doc. That's funny. All right. All right, let me read it to you one more time, okay? Then let me give you the other two words to come along with this in the Black's Law Dictionary. I just felt anointed to talk to y'all today because it's challenge day. I shouldn't be out here talking. Well, I should be out here talking because God told me to talk. He said, "Talk to the people today, Ricky. Why you didn't vote, and how you feel about that, and then you all make your decision on what make the most sense to you moving forward." I'm gonna read it to you one more time because you never heard this law. And do y'all want me to read this to you one more time, or you just want me to go on to the next thing? All right. Y'all want me to read it to you one more time? If y'all want me to read it to you one more time, put read it in the chat. If I see 10 of y'all want me to read it, I'll read it. Okay? Because I only do it if you request it. All right. So if y'all do you want me to read this law to you one more time? Cardinal change of doctrine. Read it in the chat. If at least 10 of y'all want me to read it to you, I'll read it to you. Okay. All right. Okay, Blue. All right, I got you. Marion. Okay, I got you. FP don't stop. I got you. Okay, Brooks. I got you. All right. Veronica, I hear you. All right. Rock, I hear you. Mike. Okay, you're coming through loud and clear. Paul, I hear you. Okay, Joyce. Okay. All right. Okay, let's read it again then. So it's called Cardinal Change Doctrine, the principle that if the government makes a fundamental unilateral change to a contract beyond the scope of what was originally contemplated. In other words, the Constitution was originally contemplated as liberty and justice for everybody. That's the way the Constitution was written. So if a breach of that contract takes place, this is what your rights are. Okay. It says, because that we all know that that's what it was originally made for. The Constitution was really made for liberty and justice for all. Let's all find out, first of all, is that correct? If that's correct, put correct in the chat. Is that correct? Let me see if do y'all even know anything? Have you ever read the Constitution? Now, do you even know you're right? Are you reading the Constitution to your children? If that's correct, put correct in the chat. All right. Let's just see if we all agree with at least that much, that the original contract of America is that it's liberty and justice for all. Is that correct? If that's correct, put correct in the chat. And let me see because I can't take for granted that we even know that much. All right. Because I'm seeing we kind of naive. All right. So, all right. That's correct, Cynthia. Okay. That's right. Okay. Money gone. That's correct. All right. Okay. Veronica, that's correct. Okay. Kay. All right. Okay. I hear you. All right. Okay. Michelle. Okay. Michelle say not correct. Well, you're entitled to your opinion. All right. Rita says correct. All right. So liberty and justice for all was the way it was written. I'm not saying everybody was getting liberty and justice, especially black folk, because when they had us down as three-fifths of humans. So I dig where you may be coming from on that. But I'm talking about the way it was written. It was written with liberty and justice for all. That's the way it was written. Okay. All right. So it said, of what was originally contemplated, the other party, the contractor, will be released from the obligation to work under the contract. All right. So if you know that your unalienable rights mean that you don't have to submit to a contract that's contrary from your unalienable rights, if you realize that, then put release me in the chat. All right. Put release me. If you know that you do not have to bow down to a law that is contrary to the original intent of the concept, put release me in the chat, because they ain't have no choice but to release me, because I filed my paperwork so that I can get my money back. So if you want to be released from that foolishness, then start speaking of your life. Okay. Release me, man. Or if you just real churchy, just put loose here. Okay. If you real churchy, if you like to go to church a lot, but release me. Okay. So, all right. So he said, we'll be released from the obligation to continue to work up under what? That bogus contract. He says a contractor's allegation of cardinal change is essentially an assertion that the government breached the contract. In other words, this democracy is a cardinal sin. When you hear the word cardinal sin, you don't even know where that comes from, right? Well, cardinal change of doctrine is the implication or the assertion of a cardinal sin. And it's a cardinal sin to do what? Switch up on somebody, start a country by giving everybody equal rights, and then switch in the middle of the country and go from being a republic to being a democracy. So write these two words down that you probably haven't heard. Okay. De jure, DEJURE. Put that in the chat. De jure. Let me tell you what it means. A de jure government is a republic. It's a republic for the commonwealth of the people. A de jure government is not under bondage. All right. A de jure government has inalienable rights. De jure. All right. So put it in the conscience. Put it in there so you can remember these words that you've never heard. All right. DEJURE. De jure. All right. The government that's running Washington, D.C. is a de facto government. De facto means a democracy, which means a whole bunch of political red tape, which means that you don't know what's going on. Passing laws and stuff ain't got nothing to do with you. Okay. Based on a company that's being run by the Queen of England and the Vatican. That's what's going on in Washington, D.C. So These are just facts, okay? Easily verifiable facts if you just read the doggone law. All right. Don't let nobody read. You read it for yourself, find out what's going on. Okay. So that's the first reason. So let me read another word to you from out of Black's Law Dictionary. Again, I'm teaching you today from out of Black's Law Dictionary. All right. And you still got enough time to come on over into the challenge and learn what I'm gonna be teaching over the next 3 days. So today in the challenge, I'm gonna be teaching how we buy and sell real estate and don't have to pay 1 penny in capital gains because we buy and sell them out of tax-free trust. All right. So that's what I'm gonna be teaching today. Outside of the questions on it when I actually go into my teaching. All right. So you're still not too late. If you want to come to the challenge, you can come today. You can still come tomorrow and you can still come Friday. So, if you still want to come, you can come. Just put challenge in the chat if you want to come. And you can still make these last 3 days. First 2 days is over with. They're gone forever. You can't do nothing about that. But you can do something about these last 3 days. All right. So if you're interested in that, just put challenge in the chat and come on over. All right. We're starting in half an hour. All right. So here's the second word here that you've never heard. All right. And it's called, sorry. Yeah, here's the second word you've never heard. And it's called captation. All right. Everybody put this word in the chat. Captation. 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 All right, everybody put that in the chat real quick. Let me see at least 10 of y'all got it, and then I'm gonna teach you the word. All right, you need to see these words on the screen because it helps you better when you see them. Okay, you can remember them better when you see them. All right, let me give it to you again. Captation. CAPTATION. All right, captation. Y'all got it? Let's say at least 10 people got it. You got it, Chris? All right. You got it, Glorious? You got it? All right, Abdul, do you have it? All right, Yvonne, you have that? Okay, Joyce, you got that? Okay, Capri, you got it? All right, Veronica, you have it? James, you have it? Okay. Let me read the definition to you. It says coercion of a testator resulting in the substitution of another person's desires for those of the testator. The term formerly applied to the first state of hypnotic trance. Lord, did y'all? Let me read it to you one more time so you can really catch what I'm telling you. All right. Captation, coercion of a testator resulting in the substitution of another person's desire for those of the testator. The term formerly applied to the first state of a hypnotic trance. You say, what does that mean, Ricky? In other words, witchcraft. Witchcraft for what? So I can get what's supposed to belong to you, and I can take what you're supposed to have, and I can get it. In other words, your inheritance that you're supposed to get, I get it. Why? Because I put you in a trance. So you say, what are you talking about? That's what all these elections and stuff are. All they're doing is to put you in a trance to get your mind off of your unenableable rights so that you'll be dead broke. It's to keep you in a trance, to keep you paying attention to a lot of stuff that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. It's what all trickeration is about. It's what all game is about. It's always diverting your attention to get you to be paying attention to one thing while somebody doing what? Pickpocketing. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? And that the word is called captation. And it's the beginning stages of somebody putting you into a hypnotic trance. Are you hearing me? Where you start sitting there and you start, next thing you know, double ball in trouble. These marks are sending you off. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Got you in a trance. Are you hearing me? That's what happens when you pay attention to things. You don't have nothing to do with you. I'm not in a trance. The Bible says, knowing the times, it's high time to wake up out of sleep. What is high time? High time means that you're supposed to be at work at 7 o'clock and you wake up at 8:30. But you ain't playing games. You wake up and you just jetting around to get dressed because you late. You got to hurry up and get there. I'm telling you right now, we late to the party, baby. Now you hear what I'm talking about? That's that's why I do financial IQ challenges because I'm like, y'all so late to the party. You don't know what's going on. You really you paying attention to stuff and ain't got nothing to do with you. They putting you in a trance, and having you and all that media and stuff, all that stuff is to do what? Put you in a trance so that what? Somebody else can get your inheritance because you're not even focused on your inheritance. Most of y'all don't even know you got an inheritance. All right. They put you in a trance. I mean, as soon as our mama signed the birth certificates, they signed our inheritance over. We should be spending all day and all night trying to figure out how to get our inheritance back. And we shouldn't be wasting no time on nothing else. All right. I should be spending all my time working with my baby, and I ain't got time for nothing else. You hear what I'm talking about? So that's captation. Captation is to divert your attention and to do what? And to get your what belongs to you, they keep it. It's just like when you go into the bank. The bank has you in a trance. They have you up under captation. You say, what do you mean, Brother Ricky? When you walk into a bank, they so smooth with it until you don't even ask no questions. You don't even know what questions to ask. You know you're under a trance when you walk into a financial institution and put your money in it, and you ain't got nothing to do with where the money goes. You know you're in a trance. You have to be in a trance to even accept that type of an agreement where you saying, okay, I'm a fund. Listen to me. This is just like you saying a person walking to you and saying, hey, listen, can you help fund my business? And you're like, yeah, okay. What I'm gonna get out of it? They say nothing. I just want you to fund my business. You would be like, you got to be smoking some Snoop Doggy Dogg weed. Well, and they right. Why would I fund your business? I got nothing to gain out of it. But you got to, if you're in a trance, it's a different story. Because you walk in and the person say, shaka laka shaka shaka laka shaka shaka laka laka You like, what sayest thou? They're like, listen, what you want to do is put his money in my account. You like, I put money in your account. And listen, you get nothing back in return. I get nothing back in return. By the way, what is your mama's maiden name? My mama's maiden name. It's only right that I give it to you. What's your social security number? Give me some smiley faces. See, you gotta laugh so you don't get out, go someplace and get some baby powder out your backseat and go to pimp slapping folks. Give me some smiley faces. Because you gotta keep a good sense of humor when you start finding this stuff out. You won't even you be so mad you can't even get out the bed. You ready to go bust somebody, dog, or push somebody head back to the white meat when you start thinking about they got me in a trance. I'm straight up in a trance. They hear what I'm talking about? Because I don't ask no questions when I go to the bank. They ask me all the questions. Why? Because they got you in a trance. You hear what I'm talking about? Up under what? Captation. But you never even heard the word. So you don't realize you're in it. That's why I'm teaching you. Okay? Get the Black's Law Dictionary and start looking up terms. So you say, this is what's really going on, like right in front of me, right in front of my eyes, and I'm dead asleep. I'm walking around physically awake, physically alive, but mentally and spiritually and emotionally, what? A non-existent person. Because the only way that they can take your stuff is that you don't exist. And when you walk into the bank right now, you don't exist. The real you, the human you don't exist. So another book to help you really help with that is Meet Your Straw Man and everything you ever wanted to know. Get the book, Meet Your Straw Man. Somebody put it in the chat. Okay. Read it. It's a little bitty thin. Do I need to go get it so I can do I need to go get the book? Y'all want to see it? So y'all can see the book? Do y'all want to do you understand why I'm so educated? Because I read everything. Okay? You can read it. There ain't no difference between me and you. I'm from the hood just like you, from the streets just like you. Okay? Been homeless just like some of y'all. Dead broke just like some of y'all. I taught myself about this foolishness. Are you listening to me? I don't let people tell me what to do. All right, I'm a self-governed man. Are you listening to me? And you said you got it, Brother Paul? Okay. All right. Yeah, okay, hold on. Y'all asking for it, so I'm gonna get it. Hold on. I apologize, but all this traveling, sometimes I take stuff with me. I can't remember where I put it. So Meet Your Straw Man, that's the name of the book. I apologize. All right. But Meet Your Straw Man and read that book so it can teach you who you are and what happened to you when your mother signed your birth certificate. It'll really help you. Okay. So captation means that I want what you got. So I got to make you none and void so I can take it. All right. If I'm gonna take your inheritance from you, then I have to make you ineligible for your inheritance. All right. All right. Did you hear what I said? I said, if I want to take your inheritance from you, I have to make you ineligible for your inheritance. All right. So meet your straw man. If you type in meet your straw man, it'll come up. Okay. And meet your straw man and everything you want to know. I don't remember all these authors by heart, but I do, but I've read the book probably 6 times. Okay. So meet your straw man. So get that book. That'll help you a whole lot. All right. So captation, that's the coercion of a testator resulting in the substitution of another person's desire for those of the testator. The testator means that the person has got the money coming. That's what it means. Okay. It means that the inheritor, when you hear the word testator, it's talking about the inheritor of something. And it says captation is to do what? It is the coercion. In other words, you got to coerce somebody into giving up their inheritance. All right. So it's the coercion. So where did that start taking place? That took place when Mama signed our birth certificate. They coerced her into doing that. Wow, she just thought she had to do it. It was the implication that something bad is going to happen to you if you don't. So you just what? Acquiesce and go with the flow. That's how they got Mama. All right. That's how they got my mama. That's how they got your mama. They coerced her into doing that. That illegal, unlawful, manipulative, witchcraft, foolishness. All right. Gangster nonsense. Why? So that you and I wouldn't be eligible for our inheritance. Okay. That's why some of y'all should watch my video on the International Monetary Fund, because I really break that thing down. And so I know my inheritance. That's why we got $1 million check. Okay. And that's why we set up every year to get money. Okay. I don't know how you set up, but that's how we set up every year to get money. All right. Because we know that they trying to take our inheritance, but that's your unenalienable right as an American, not as a fictional character that they help create so they can take your money. Okay. So I mean, you can learn a lot in a challenge. That's why you should come. All right. Now and tomorrow I'm gonna really break down the law in a challenge. Law after law after law after law. That's what I'm gonna teach tomorrow. But if you want to come, today is the last day. We will be closing the card down tonight. Uh, After the challenge today, we're closing it down. So once the challenge is over with today, nobody else can buy a ticket to come to the challenge for November. You can come in December if we all alive in December. Praise the Lord. But right now, put challenge in the chat if you want to come. Okay. All right. So captation, is that a cold-blooded word? Everybody put CB in the chat. Everybody put CB in the chat. Is that a cold-blooded word? You never heard that word in your life, did you? Captation. See, I study my book like a little kid. All right. I go into my book. My goal is every day to get 10 vocabulary words from out of Black's Law Dictionary to teach myself. All right. And I want you all to do the same thing. And then do the same thing with your kids. Tell them we have in class. We're not going to sit around here and just put up with this stuff. We're going to learn what we need to learn so we get our money. Okay. We're not going to be running around here, these little fake elections and being all caught up in stuff that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. See, that stuff make you feel like you had something to do with something, but you ain't made no impact on nothing. All right, you voted for people that work for a company. I'm just telling you how I get down. Y'all do what y'all want to do. All right. So let's get out that trance. And then the last 2 words I want to teach you real quick is captator. So put this one in the chat. Captator. All right. A captator. Look, I got the Holy Ghost this morning. I was supposed to be teaching this challenge week, but when I thought about the election, I thought about the people. I'm like, Lord have mercy. You gotta help the people, Brother Rick. All right. So captator. Put this word in. Captator. Captator. At least 10 people. Let's put that word in. I got to get some more tissue. Hold on a second here. Okay, let me read you the definition of a captator. All right. Someone who obtains or tries to obtain a gift or legacy through artifice. In other words, the person or the entity that actually tricked you. All right. Let me read it to you one more time. Captator, someone who obtains or tries to obtain a gift or legacy through artifice. In other words, a captator is the person that takes your legacy and my legacy, and they got it nickel slick. Artifice, what does that mean? Artificially. Okay. Artificial legacy. You got people walking around with our legacies. They didn't earn it. I'm like, that is not your money. That's my money. Okay. That's not your legacy. That's my legacy. All right. Artificial legacies. Did you hear what I said? Everybody put it in the chat. AL. You got Al walking around here with your money. Come on, put it in chat. It's gotta hurt. It's gotta hurt. It's gotta hurt. You gotta talk. You gotta be honest with yourself and say, what? Somebody else is walking around here with my money. Who? Al. Artificial what? Got my legacy artificially, all right? An artificial legacy. All right. Al. Okay. Oh Al. Oh Al. Nickel Slick, ain't he? I said, ain't Al. I said, is he Nickel Slick? Walking around with our money, living the way we supposed to be living. I ain't hearing me. I told y'all. I just went to check on my daughter. Why? Because I got money. I'm not letting nobody walk. I'm not like Al walking around with my money. Artificial person. And my daughter laying down here and I can't even see her. What the hell? Something happened to her. I tell you, I'm gonna fall over in the grave too. She gotta be taken care of. And you too. You got your kids. You need to be in the room where they at. Artificial legacies. And that's why y'all ain't got no time to teach your own kids. Because y'all working hard all day, all night on these jobs. When you're supposed to be just getting your money back from the bank and being able to work when you work. It ain't supposed to be no 8-hour work day. That's way too long to be working. And anything past that is absolutely insanity. How in the world you gonna run a house and you ain't never at home? Are you hearing me? What Luther said, he said a chair, but a house is not a home. What when there's no one there? He said, a house is not a home when there's no one there. Ain't nobody there. How you gonna have a house and ain't nobody there? And your kids training themselves. They go to school for 8 hours, get that amazingly dumb stuff that's being taught today, all outdated. I mean, stuff ain't got nothing to do with what's going on today. So doggone outdated, just turning out slow child after slow child after slow child. Ain't nowhere near ready for the marketplace. I hear me. So let me tell y'all something. Tesla is so cold blooded until they got robots. Listen to me. They're gonna be out in 2026. Hear me good. Bring your face close to this mic. All right. It's time to do what? Come up out of this trance. I'm telling you what's really happening around us today while we sitting around here slow country as hell, still dealing with stuff that just ain't got nothing to do with nothing. In the middle of these smoke screens. And then this is what's going on around me and you. Tesla's so cold until they have built robots. They already here. They I got the video. All right. I got the video. So if y'all want to see the video, okay, I'm gonna have my social media team send y'all the video. Just put video in the chat. They don't know this, so there's gonna be a lot of work for them. But y'all just need to see it. I'm gonna send y'all the video of the robots that will pick up your clothes, take them to the cleaners, take your order for what you want from the crib. I'm talking about your personal assistant sitting in your crib with their legs crossed. Are you hearing me? If we don't snap out of this foolishness, that's why I didn't vote yesterday, because I'm too busy in the real world dealing with what's really going on. I don't waste my time with stuff. Ain't got nothing to do with my life. All right, that's why I didn't vote. Whatever you do it whatever make the most sense to you. And it's gonna be a lot of work because this is not. I'm gonna have them do this. I should have waited until the video I could physically send it to you. Uh, I mean through ManyChat, but what the heck? I put the word out. So I'm just gonna have my social media team go through here and take all them hundreds of requests y'all got and send you out a video. And or you might be able to get it faster. Just type in Tesla robot personal assistant. Type that in, okay? And maybe you get it a little bit faster. All right. So the robot is at your crib, your personal assistant. They're gonna cost about 30,000 when they come out. 2026. All right. I'm talking about right around the corner. Are you hearing me? 2026, right around the corner. They're gonna be sending these robots out. They're gonna take you. Like I have a young lady that comes here to pick up all my clothes, take them to the cleaners for me. I don't wash no clothes. I don't waste my time doing that stuff. Why? Because it's a waste of time. Not because I'm uppity. I think I'm so good or nothing like that. But how am I teach you if I'm busy doing a whole bunch of stuff that I shouldn't be doing? How you gonna teach me if you're busy doing a whole bunch of stuff that you shouldn't be doing? How are we gonna help each other when we all bogged down and tied down with minor details and stuff when we don't have to do that? And this robot that's coming out gonna do it all for you. It costs about $30,000. They'll go to the grocery store and get your food, pick it up, and bring it back to you. You like, Brother Ricky, you know it ain't. I know it. Yes, it is. Yes, you say, boy, that's spooky. That is spooky. If that's spooky, put spooky in the chat because that is spooky. I ain't gonna lie. But hey, but it's happening. All right, it's happening. Whether you like it or not, don't make no difference. You're gonna be walking around in the grocery store Robots gonna be walking around picking up stuff, just hi, waving at you. You be like, "Don't kill me, Freaky Jason. Don't kill me, Freaky Jason. Don't kill me, Freaky Jason." But they gonna be there. I'm just telling y'all why I had to waste my time voting yesterday. I'm too busy in the real world. I hear me. I'm too busy in the real world. It's a real world going on around here. I'm not gonna be living in no fantasy world up under no hypnosis. All right, that ain't nothing but game. All that stuff. So, last word. Let me read the last word. So, someone who captive. All right. So we got captator. I got two more words for you, and I gotta go. All right. I got a lot of nerve doing all this. I should have been saving myself for the challenge. By the way, we got 10 minutes left. If y'all want to come to the challenge, just put challenge in the chat and come on over. Putting some serious fat on y'all here this week. All right. Challenge in the chat. Come on over. You got 3 more days. You can still enjoy yourself and learn what it is that we're doing. I wouldn't be missing out on the fun if I was you. After today, you will not be able to come anymore. You will no replays, no none of that stuff. Okay. So if you want to come to the challenge, put challenge in the chat. Get the link. Come on over. All right. So I got 2 more words for you. Captive. Now we've all heard this word, but I want you to see this definition though. So put captive in the chat. Come on, real quick. I only got 2 more words. Put captive in the chat, and I'm going to teach you this definition of captive, and then you tell me whether or not this is you. Okay? Because if you captive, then you want to come up out of captivity. All right. So come on, hurry up. Hurry up. Come on, I'm going to show you how to come up out of captivity. But at least 10 of y'all need to put the word in the chat. Captive. All right. And I know you've seen the word, so you probably think you know what it means. But let me read it to you from the Black's Law Dictionary because it's got the real meaning of words. All right. Okay. All right. So captive, someone who is unlawfully seized and held by another. Someone who is unlawfully seized and held by another. All right. Me and you were unlawfully seized in our mother's delivery room. We were unlawfully seized. You say, what do you mean, Brother Ricky? Our mother signed our birth certificate and said, hand them over. But it was unlawful because she didn't know what she was doing. She was under duress. Who ain't under duress that just had a child? Come on now. Come on, man. I'm telling you, man, I just watched 3 of my children being born. And I was a sissy for 2 weeks. You say, what you talking about, Ricky? I ain't even want to see nothing close to no womb. You know what I mean? I mean, you could have walked right by me butt naked and I wouldn't have paid you no attention. You know what I'm talking about? Because I was like, what, little rich and tutti fruity and up in Rudy. I had a pink bandana on for 2 weeks, just watching a child be born. And it wasn't even me having a kid. You hear me? I was so tired when my daughter Shayna was born. I was so tired. Yeah, you say I was so tired. I know you ladies really just want to throw something through the thing and hit me and it hit you. Were so tired, right, bro? I went to these Lamaze classes, right? And it was like, okay, blow. Okay, blow. Y'all got it together, blow. I'm still trying to figure out why they got me blowing. I ain't the one having no baby. So I was tired because I wasn't working the way I work now. I was working all night and all day, the way way slaves do. I was a captive back in the day. So I was working all hard. So I was tired by the time I got to the room, and it was late at night. It was taking a long time for Shayna's mama to have this baby. So I'm like blowing with her, I'm blowing with Sharon blowing, I'm blowing with her. We blowing to try to have this child. I'm so tired. Ladies, don't hit me with nothing. I know y'all want to throw something through the screen, but I'm about to pass out. Seriously, about to pass out. I mean, I was like delirious, about to pass out, and I ain't even having it. So I left out for a second. I went to the bathroom. I got on my knees. I said, "Hey, Lord." I said, "Hey." I said, "Could you please speed this up?" I said, "Because I'm about to faint." No exaggeration. While I was on my knees, the doctor said, "Mr. Williams." I was like, "Yeah." He said, "You better hurry up and get in here. You're gonna miss it." I'm like, "What?" So I ran in, and my daughter Shayna, it's 1987. My daughter Shayna, she was born. So what's my point? My point is that everybody delirious when you're inside of the room having a child. Ain't nobody in their right mind. I remember when Shantice was born. She was born in '85. My daughter, I keep talking to y'all about my daughter that go through all this lupus. So she was born in '85, and when she was born, the whole room turned blue. When I was in the room, I mean, the whole room turned blue. I mean, literally. And I still remember it. I mean, everybody turned, the doctor turned blue, the walls turned blue. It was really weird. And I told everybody while I was in there, I'm singing Ashanti's. I'm like, if I can't remember those sweet yesterdays, no sad Novembers, Christmas always, there been many before, but you. But you are my first time love. So I'm singing Shantice, right? Because I'm overwhelmed with joy having this baby. And the whole room turned blue. I can't explain how the whole room turned blue. All I know is that it was a out of body experience. So you're in the middle of all this. You're in the middle of an out of body experience. And then they tell the mother, the child, sign his birth certificate. Why? Because they are making the child a captive. But unbeknownst to the mother, because the mother signed anything, and she really thinks she's just signing over the birth of a child. That's what she's really thinking she's doing, but she's not doing that. She's signing the child over into the property of the state, and the state know they're doing it, and the state know that's sneaky. They know that's manipulative. They know that's scandalous. They know that's wrong. They know that's bogus. Why? But they money hungry. Why? So they said, and then second thing they said is, now you sign this. Now do you agree to this social security number for your child? And she said, yeah. And boom, there you are. So you became a captive the day that that was done. Someone who is unlawfully seized and held by another. You've been up under all unlawful seizure your entire life. All right. Until you do something about it. That's why I have challenges. Excuse me. And that's why I have challenges, and that's why I do the teaching that I teach, so you can learn how to operate and get paid. Stop letting people manipulate you. My last word, captor. All right. And I really got to go. I really got to go, captor. Write this word now. Come on, real quick. Can y'all get it for me? Sorry about breaking down in front of y'all, but I got to thinking about how much fun, how beautiful it was when Shantice was born. Captor. All right. CAPTOR. Can you put that in real quick? CAPTOR. CAPTOR. Can I put that in real quick? Come on. Can we get it? CAPTOR. Can I put that in real quick? Real quick. All right. All right. All right, Joyce. All right, Veronica. All right. Okay. All right, Black Star. Okay, cool. All right, James, I hear you. All right. All right, Elena, I hear you. All right. Lewin, 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 okay, I hear you. Okay. All right, I'm gonna read this last word to you, and I gotta run. Someone who captures or takes a person or thing by force, stratagem, or surprise. Doesn't that sound like us? Everything that you're learning now, you're surprised to find it out. Why? Because you've been taken captive by force, strategy, okay? And this is the last book I want you to get, Fruit from a Poisonous Tree by Marvin Stamper. Is it Marvin? Yeah, Stamper. Melvin Stamper. Fruit from a Poisonous Tree. That's the last book that I'm suggesting to you today. All right. And you'll read about how Woodrow Wilson, is it? The president who created the Social Security system, and how diabolical it was when he created it, and how sneaky and manipulative it was when he created it. And his voice that you listen to. You listen to the papers from his voice in chapter 2 of Fruit from a Poisonous Tree by Melvin Stamper, and it would really let you realize who that they created this situation so they could become our captors. That's why I didn't vote, because I don't vote for captors. All right. So that's my reasons why I didn't vote in the election yesterday. You do it makes the most sense to you. I love you all. Nothing you can do about that. Have a beautiful, marvelous, phenomenal, fantastic day. And for those of y'all that's about to come over into the challenge, I'll see you right now. Everybody else, have a beautiful day. And remember, that stellar is as stellar does. Freedom, domination, grace, and peace to all of you. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.